first time I saw Larry Bird was actually in a magazine. Saw his stats, blown away by his stats. But let's see if he can really do it against us. And that's always a mindset of black players if he's a great white player.
Once you put on a Celtic uniform, there's a lot of pride in that uniform. So every time you go out there, you better come to play.
Well, okay, people, welcome back. Game 7. We're here. After this, Larry Bird had said that Game 7 was the only game he felt like there's no way they were going to win this. Yeah, let's jump into it and see what
Three times the Lakers and Celtics have gone to a dramatic 7th game. In 1962 and 66, Bill Russell kept lighting Red Auerbach's cigar. And in 69, the Celtics and Don Nelson kept getting the bounces. And tonight, a new set of heroes waits in the wings. This spectacular series has been an emotional roller coaster. There has been drama, flair, sadness, hustle, exhaustion, aggression, retaliation, and raw anger. For K.C. Jones Celtics, they are pointing for a 15th championship banner. For Pat Riley, a title would be the Lakers' 3rd in this decade. So welcome to Boston, a city in waiting, as the Lakers and Celtics come to the Garden to decide the NBA World Championship. The great Bill Russell, who never lost one, said it best of 7th games when he wrote, "You're about to run your guts out in 5 or 6 miles of short, frantic sprints." The president has expressed interest in the outcome. While you're waiting there, shivering in your own sweat, you can literally feel the energy about to be released by the fans in the stands. Perfectly respectable people are getting ready to yell and scream, behaving as they never would anyplace else. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Brent Musburger. Russ also used to joke that if you could bottle all the emotion that is released in a basketball game, you'd have enough hatred to start a war and enough joy to prevent one. And here tonight in the ancient Boston Garden, we'll run the entire gamut of emotions. And when we're finally finished, the survivor will receive this trophy, the Larry O'Brien Trophy, for being the NBA World Champion this year. Here in the Garden, of course, you know the story. There is no air conditioning. It rose to 97 degrees on a Friday night. Tonight, it is just shy of 90 degrees, but it is not nearly as oppressive or stifling. They have found some extra fans, and that has helped the circulation tremendously. Still, heat fatigue will be a factor in this game. And for more on the matchup, let's go down now to Dick Stockton.
Thank you very much, Brent. It is not as hot or humid as it was last Friday, and the Lakers feel that they were not prepared for that game. They have indeed come prepared for this game. This is a 7th game. There are only 3 players on both teams who have taken part in a deciding game in a World Championship Series. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Mitch Kupchak of the Lakers, and Dennis Johnson of the Celtics, and they did it with different teams. One man who was a part of a lot of 7th games and was also played a major role in 10 World Championships as a player and coach is my... And the biggest...
It's the Celtics who have wound up with a headache. We're about ready for Game 7 of this World Championship.
We're back at Boston Garden, and right now for the starting lineups of both teams, let's go to public address announcer Andy Jick.
First, for the visiting Los Angeles Lakers, at guard, number 21, Michael Cooper. Number 40, Henderson. At center, number 00, Robert Parrish. At forward, number 31 is Cedric Maxwell. And at the other forward, number 33, Larry Bird. The coach of
Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers will be the alternate. And keep in mind that last Friday night in the humidity of Boston Garden, they need duels between Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and of course Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We get set. The championship is at stake. Darryl Garretson tosses it up. Boston ball. And the Celtics will take over possession.
The Celtics want to try and make sure that Larry Bird has the ball in his hands.
He was upset. Casey Jones was upset that he didn't have the ball in his hands enough in the latter stages of game number 6 as the Lakers won to send it to the 7th game. Henderson looking inside. Dennis Johnson finds Bird. Robert Parrish gets the offensive rebound, and they're going to have a jump ball. So the Lakers effectively tie up the Celtics 7-foot center.
Well, right away they went to Larry Bird. Casey Jones spent the last day and a half talking about it to his players.
Parrish will jump against Magic Johnson. And Magic didn't even jump for it. Dennis Johnson in the backcourt. He has really emerged in the last 3 games in the championship series. Guarded by James Worthy. Bird, smothered, goes up anyway. Well, you said it, no question that Larry Bird, the man the Celtics will live or die with tonight. Magic Johnson short with the jumper. And here's Dennis Johnson on the break. And here's Kareem at the other end. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with an incredible play. He was tangled up, but managed to get the ball up and in. Has a chance to quiet the crowd and a 3-point play.
The Lakers want to push the ball up as fast as they possibly can. Here's Kareem. What a move he puts on Henderson to slide by. A little trip there. Still enough balance to put it in. What a play.
Gerald Henderson with the personal foul. Nearly a minute gone by, opening period. The Celtics are 12-1 at home in these playoffs. The Lakers have won 5 out of 9 road games. Henderson outside. They're looking for Maxwell, and now Henderson, who likes to penetrate, goes up and draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. The foul is on James Worthy, his first personal foul, on the Lakers first.
Well, they established Larry Bird the way they want to, and now the next guy they go to is Dennis Johnson to see if he can open up the inside game a little bit with his outside shot, but they're up tight on him.
Dennis Johnson was criticized early in the series, but he has come on like he did in the early playoffs. He has had 20 or more points in the last 3 games. He has been hitting his outside shots and has been a terrific challenge to Magic Johnson defensively.
He has done the job in that department since game 4. And I think Magic is going to have a little different approach to playing Dennis Johnson. They're going to try and blow by him.
Magic Johnson against Dennis. Kareem double team. They'll double team all the big guns. Parrish knocks it out of bounds. LA ball. Obviously, as we've established, the half-court game means first number 33, Kareem.
He is 80% of their set offense. They go to him practically all the time. And the Celtics are ready for it.
Magic Johnson now has missed 2 shots from outside. Cedric Maxwell, the rebound for Boston. So Kareem has all 3 Laker points, but Magic has missed 2 from outside.
But I don't like what the Celtics are doing right now, Dick. They're not pushing the ball fast at the Lakers.
Larry Bird, fall away over Worthy. Way short. And now the Lakers coming back. Neither team has been able to run yet in the opening minutes.
But the Lakers have tried.
Here's Kareem, sky hook. He has struggled with the sky hook throughout the series, and now the Celtics have it. 2 minutes gone by in the first period. Bird. Kareem gets the rebound. He has been the leading rebounder for the Lakers as Michael Cooper handles it. Rambis decides not to challenge Robert Parrish. He's setting a screen for Magic Johnson. Henderson is pesky and commits the foul. Foul is on Henderson, and that's his second.
The Celtics will show a packed-in defense against Jabbar early to make Cooper and Johnson shoot from the outside. That time, Henderson challenged Magic.
Magic Johnson has missed 2 outside shots. Worthy, who's been the second man the Lakers like to go to in half-court offense after Kareem. And now they're going to call Henderson with a 3rd foul. Gerald Henderson fouling away from the ball now with 3 personal fouls. And Casey Jones with 9:31 to go in the first period may have to go to his bench and will.
Here comes Henderson trying to guard Cooper on the cut right behind Larry Bird. He picks up his 3rd.
And ML Carr is going to make his entrance, goggles and all. First dead ball. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the sky hook. He has all 5 Laker points. The Celtics lead by 1. Parrish. Rambis clears. Fast break try. It's 2-on-1 LA. Worthy, Cooper. And it's Michael Cooper with a 2-on-1. They got it up in a hurry, Tommy.
When they get the rebound, they have the best team in the NBA to push it up against the defense. They'll beat you all the time. You got to hustle back.
Casey Jones said, quickest fast break he's ever seen. Maxwell going inside is called for the offensive foul. Cedric Maxwell on the charge. And now ML Carr has come into the ball game, replacing Gerald Henderson, who goes out with 3 fouls. Carr is the spiritual leader of the club. His steal in overtime sealed off game number 4 for the Celtics, the big win for them. Johnson out to Worthy. Rambis, no basket, and a 3-second violation has been called against the Lakers.
Both teams very tentative right now. Not really into their style the way they like to be. The emotion of the game, and not coming out quick.
But they're going to the big guns. They're going to Bird on the Boston side, Kareem and Magic on the Lakers side. Dennis Johnson. Had that shot lately. Dennis Johnson has 6 points. He has 6 of Boston's 8. Kareem has 5 of the Lakers' 7. Michael Cooper on the miss. Parrish out to Maxwell. It's a 3-on-2 break for Boston. And Larry Bird has his second basket. 4 minutes gone by, first period. The Celtics lead it 10-7. Michael Cooper comes back and hits from outside, and he has been a reliable outside shooter throughout the series. Now the Celtics are pushing it up. Johnson against Rambis. ML Carr. Bad pass. Picked off by Magic Johnson. Cooper, 3-on-1 Lakers. Rambis. Foul. The basket is good. And the Lakers, making the most of the fast break, have taken an 11-10 lead. Their second lead of the game.
Here's a steal. ML sees the man attack him, puts it on the floor, sees Kareem adjust, and the next thing you know, the quick hands of the Lakers, and long pass out. Look at this 3-on-1. You've got to get back quickly against the Lakers. You're going to pay the price.
Foul is on Dennis Johnson, his first, and the 4th team foul on Boston. 5, and you're in the penalty. Kurt Rambis has a 3-point play. And now the Lakers lead by 2.
This is not a fast team that the Celtics have on the court right now, so they really have to work hard at getting back.
Larry Bird with a brilliant bounce pass to Maxwell, who ties the game with 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the first period. And Michael Cooper and ML Carr going at it. And the foul is on Carr. ML Carr is known for his physical play.
Here's ML. He's going to stay with Michael Cooper. They try and rub him off. And he's right there with them, muscling. His job is out there is to get a little physical, and the officials are calling it close.
5th team foul on the Celtics. They're in the penalty, and Michael Cooper will shoot 2. ML Carr wearing the goggles, beer in his face, and he told me before the game that he said there was something in there besides the beer that really irritated my eyes. If it were just beer, he says, I think it would have been all right.
They certainly have been red for the last couple of days. That's an unfortunate thing that some fan out in LA did.
So Cooper makes only one free throw. You see the time, nearly 7 minutes to go in the first period. Lakers lead. And now they call a foul on the Lakers away from the ball. It is only their second team foul, and it's the first foul charged to Kurt Rambis. A 22nd timeout taken by K.C. Jones. What does K.C. want to talk about right now?
Well, I think he wants them to really establish their style. You got to push it up. They're half walking it up all the time. They don't have the great foot speed in there with Henderson not being in the backcourt, so somebody else has got to advance the ball quickly for the Celtics.
Tommy, you talked about the importance, particularly of the Lakers, to getting off to a good start. How would you judge this even game, so to speak, in the first 5 minutes?
Well, they have to be very happy right now to be one up instead of a few points down. The Celtics look very, very tentative of establishing what they want to do. Normally they come out running. The Lakers have run their fast break. They've picked up 2 or 3 of them, easy hoops, and the Celtics really have been
this year, but has been generally disappointing in the series so far. Bird is outside, and Michael Cooper, one of the best defensive players in the NBA, knocks the ball away. Cooper will cover Bird like a blanket, but there have been times Bird's been getting away from him.
He scored very well underneath against Cooper, made him pay the price on the boards.
Robert Parrish, who has the ability for a big man to hit the 12-footer, puts Boston up by 1, and we have under 7 minutes to play. We're in the first period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here at the Boston Garden. And ML Carr hustles nicely and saves it to Dennis Johnson, who's going all the way in for the basket. No. He took too many steps. No basket. And I think he was just determined to go all the way inside.
They had Larry Bird wide open and didn't dish it off to him. And he should have. He goes right into the pack. You can't see Larry Bird, who's right on his right side, but he ends up traveling.
And the Celtics call a timeout. They lead by 1. NBA Commissioner David Stern amongst the capacity crowd tonight, as well as Larry O'Brien, the former commissioner, and the Larry O'Brien Trophy will be awarded to the winner of tonight's game as NBA champion. 14-13, the Celtics lead the Lakers, and the Lakers, who have been able to push the ball up effectively inbounded. Tough defense by Boston in the backcourt.
A little pressure, but this is not the best press team the Celtics can throw out there.
Cooper looking into Kareem. Kareem in good position. And Abdul-Jabbar now with 7 points in the game. He's averaging over 26 in the series, and he's the Laker high scorer.
When he wants to get position, he gets it.
Larry Bird now picked up by Magic and Cooper. They double him way outside. That was Pat Riley's plan. Carr is open. Now Rambis picks him up. 3-point attempt. Misses. But the Lakers with a good half-court defense as they doubled both Bird and Parrish. Here's Magic Johnson. Looking behind him to Bird. Lakers by 1. Magic going inside, feeding Rambis. Kareem controls it, but into the hands of a Celtic. Parrish to Johnson. Now Bird. Maxwell. And there's the long pass overthrown. As Magic Johnson thought he could spot Kareem down court, but even with 7'3" he was a little higher than that, wasn't he?
That was the high, hard one, baby.
5.5 minutes to play in the first period. Look how tightly they guard Larry Bird. Maxwell goes in again and draws the foul. Keep in mind that Cedric Maxwell is a good pressure player. He was the most valuable player in the playoffs the last time the Celtics won an NBA title. As Jamal Wilkes makes his first entry into the ball game. He hasn't been the vintage Jamal Wilkes, but he can hurt you with good defense and outside shooting. Danny Ainge is in the game at guard for Boston.
I think Casey recognizes that he'd like to have a little bit more speed in there, particularly after ML missed that outside shot.
Rambis had committed the foul on Maxwell. It was Kurt's second, and only the third team foul on the Lakers. The Celtics already in the penalty. Maxwell makes the free throw. So Danny Ainge replaces ML Carr. He's in the backcourt defending along with Dennis Johnson. Wilkes came in for Rambis. Bird is guarding him. Maxwell overplaying Worthy nicely. Good defense by Boston as Bird gets the rebound. He is the best rebounder for either side. Danny Ainge pulls up. Parrish keeps it alive. Under 5 minutes to play, first period. Boston by 3. Dennis Johnson. Loose ball, and Kareem has it. Watch Magic lead the break. He's got Worthy and Cooper, and Wilkes is the trailer. They go to Kareem. Inside move against Parrish, and an offensive foul against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. His first.
All right, with Bird in the ball game right now, every time he puts the ball on the floor, there's going to be a double team, so it's going to cause the Celtics perhaps a little bit of difficulty.
There they go with Jamal Wilkes and Michael Cooper. Bird gets it back. Maxwell. And a jump ball. Maxwell thought he was fouled as the Celtics asserting themselves on the offensive boards, and that has been the story on many of their victories in this series.
What the Celtics are trying to do now, every time Bird is doubled, when he puts it on the floor, is he'll pass it quickly and then get it back so he can drive.
And that's what they did there. The jump controlled by LA. 4:13 remaining in the first period. The Celtics lead by 3. Worthy, double team, and he's pushed. And that is the 4th team foul by Boston. So the Lakers will inbounds from under their basket. The foul is on Maxwell. 2 personals on Maxwell. Henderson, Gerald Henderson, the playmaker who started the game for the Celtics, has been on the bench with 3 personal fouls.
You know, when you're playing a 7th game like this, you have a tendency to not want to make one single mistake. And that is not the way the game should be played. You got to play it with a little bit of more abandon.
They say James Worthy was in the act of shooting, but he misses his first free throws. And of course, if you want to concentrate on not making mistakes, that's usually the time you make them.
You're second guessing, you're hesitant, you're tentative, and then it leads to turnovers.
Celtics with the ball in a 2-point lead.
Wilkes guards Bird pretty well.
He's an underrated defensive player. He's just an all-round outstanding player. Here's Bird trying to get away. Gets it into Parrish, who's doubled. Maxwell picks up the air ball, and he's fouled. Tom, if it weren't for Cedric Maxwell and his hustle inside, the Lakers, with their smothering defense, might have a bigger lead than they have now.
Whenever it gets inside, here comes the double team. And Parrish ignores it. That's a pretty tough double to shoot over. But watch Maxwell. Very aggressive rebounder. Always has been a Superman in close to the basket for several years for Boston.
Byron Scott, who is the unquestionable hero of game number 6 for the Lakers. He lit the fire for LA and kept it going. Has come into the ball game. The personal was on Michael Cooper, and now the Celtics lead by 4. They scored the first 4 points of the ball game, and they're up 20-16. 3.5 minutes to play, and the Lakers come right back.
I'm sure Pat Riley was happy to see Jamal hit that one.
Wilkes with his first points of the game. Harris short. And Byron Scott with it. Lakers looking to tie it up. Magic Johnson blows past Maxwell and goes in, but misses the layup. Magic Johnson loses the ball to Byron Scott, and it's a 3-on-1 break. Magic Johnson in the middle. Kareem is fouled. Foul is on Danny Ainge. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will go to the line and shoot 2 with a chance to tie it up when we return to Boston Garden in just a moment.
On the CBS chalkboard, we're going to see Larry Bird right here, going to be double teamed, and the Celtics, once he dribbles over there and gets double teamed, try and shake him loose. You'll see Danny Ainge pop out right here and now draw his man, and Larry Bird will take off to the basket and get the pass. That's how they're going to try and defeat the double team and make the LA defense rotate.
Meanwhile, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, fouled by Danny Ainge, is on the line. Kevin McHale has come into the ball game for the Celtics with just under 3 minutes remaining. Here's McHale, who was part of the big controversial play, one of several in the series when he took down Rambis. When Rambis was going to the hoop in game number 4, Quinn Buckner is coming in the backcourt for the Celtics as well. He's a backup point guard, strong defensively. So right now the Celtics will have Quinn Buckner and Danny Ainge in the backcourt. McHale, Bird, and Parrish up front. Kareem hits the free throws. He has 9 points to lead every score. And we have our third tie of the ball game at 20. They'll give Buckner the outside shot. He's inconsistent with it. Kareem overplaying Parrish, and Parrish lost it going up. Wilkes scraps and holds on. Here come the Lakers and Magic Johnson. Throws it into the hands of Ainge. LA is back on defense, but Ainge is going all the way in.
Good quick hands. Buckner and Ainge are the 2 best press men that they have, and I think Casey Jones has set them to the task. Get back there and double.
Magic Johnson with a screen from Kareem. Hits outside for the first time after missing his first 2. And Johnson, who's averaging over 18 in the series, has only 2 right now. But he contributes in so many ways. Danny Ainge comes back with a long-range bomb. His second field goal. And with under 2 minutes to go, the Celtics quickly regain their lead.
He's the emotional type, Dick. When he gets hot, you don't turn him off till halftime.
Kareem. And a foul inside on Boston. Kevin McHale doesn't agree with it. It's number 1. You remember that after that rough play against Kurt Rambis, he got into early foul trouble against the Lakers in game number 5.
He only played 21 minutes, and that's not a lot of minutes for Kevin McHale. He normally plays much more than that without even coming close to getting in foul trouble. I think he was a marked man in that game.
And you can see just by the actions of Earl Strom and Darryl Garrettson that they want to stay in charge and have been in charge so far in this 7th.
Well, I'm surprised nothing has erupted with Worthy after the foul on Maxwell the other day.
There is Magic Johnson on the right and Bob McAdoo on the left. He came up lame Sunday in game 6. He's in uniform, questionable, but likely not to play as Abdul-Jabbar makes 1 out of 2. Celtics by 1. They have the ball. McHale. The basket is good. As Bird and McHale exchange high five at midcourt. Kevin McHale, when he goes up, he's impossible to block.
Well, the double teams in the prior games were developing so quickly, and the players are so big, he couldn't get that fall-away jumper over. But because the smaller players are in here now, he's guarded by Worthy, and here's Scott, a smaller player. He can jump over the top with the fall-away, and that's his shot.
Kevin McHale misses his bid for a 3-point play. The foul was on Scott, and now the Lakers have 5 team fouls, both teams in the penalty with 1:27 remaining in the first period. Cooper smothered by Quinn Buckner. They give Cooper the shot. He wanted the ball back from Byron Scott, didn't get it. Scott takes the shot and hits. He is cool and poised for a rookie, as he was the first guard drafted in the last year's draft.
Rookies come into championship games in 2 ways. They either think that they're too scared, or they think they can do everything.
Bird going in. Great body control and touch inside by Larry Bird, who has 6 points. And I think your comment about Byron Scott is that he thinks he can do everything and has done most things. Right?
You got it. And he's hit and gone and done the job.
Gets it into Kareem. Inside move by Abdul-Jabbar. 12 points in the first period for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He leads the Lakers. Cedric Maxwell has 8 points to lead Boston. Celtics by 1. Foul before the shot.
Here's Larry Bird, puts it on the floor, and a nice pick set there by McHale to free him. He eludes Kareem, the balance of Larry Bird. You know, the part that amazes me about him is his stamina. He runs, he bangs on the boards, he never quits. That's quite an accomplishment for a forward.
Swen Nader comes in to give Kareem Abdul-Jabbar a breather. Cedric Maxwell is going to come in, and Robert Parrish goes out. So the two 7-foot centers will take a rest right now. The foul was on Jamal Wilkes, and Larry Bird will go to the line to shoot 2. Larry Bird was the best free throw shooter in the league this year. He challenged his own team when he called them sissies before Game 4, and then he took on the lead.
I think he was really trying to get his own team up, and by challenging the commissioner, I think he was trying to get the refs on his side. But so was Pat Riley with all that thug stuff about the Celtics.
You heard Commissioner Stern hearsay that someone heard David Stern say that the league wanted a 7-game series, and of course Larry Bird went to town with it. And like you say, there's a purpose to it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. A 3-point attempt by Michael Cooper is good from the corner. Cooper has 8 points. We're tied at 30, and the Celtics may be playing for the last shot. 7 seconds to go in the period. McHale against Nader. Good move by McHale. Slapped away by Scott. 1 second to go, and the shot is no good. Good defense by Byron Scott. And so we have completed 1 period here at Boston Garden, and we are just where we are when we started. The Lakers 30 and the Celtics 30. And we'll return to the Boston Garden after this word from your local station. We're keeping track of the temperature here in Boston Garden, and it says 91 degrees. That's inside. Outside is pretty delightful, Tom. What about the air conditioning?
Well, I'll tell you, Boston Garden spared no expense to air condition this game for tonight. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. What really happened is the iceberg melted in the harbor.
Well, I know they have more fans working. I know one thing, though. It hasn't affected the shooting of the two teams. It's been pretty good. The Lakers at 61%, Boston at 50%. And keep in mind that the Lakers have outshot the Celtics in all but 1 game in the series. That was Game 5. Start of the second period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn. The Lakers have Nader at center for Kareem, and the Whippets, Cooper, Scott, Worthy, and Wilkes. And there was James Worthy with an exhibition of his quickness inside, and he is unique in that.
Once he gets the ball going strong to the basket, you can't stop him.
Lakers lead. Cooper is on Ainge. Jamal Wilkes is on Bird, who goes in and draws the foul. Interestingly enough, Cooper is not guarding Larry Bird right now. Jamal Wilkes is.
Well, they feel that Wilkes is as good a defender against Larry Bird as Cooper. And it's an easier transition for the Lakers to get up on the break that way if they have Wilkes guarding Bird.
There is Michael Cooper, who led the Lakers in 3-point shots this year. Foul was on Jamal Wilkes' second. Larry Bird hits the first free throw. Bird, leading scorer for the Celtics at over 28 points a game. From French Lick, Indiana. Went to Indiana State at Terre Haute. Ties the score. A minute and a half gone by, or 30 seconds we should say gone by in the second period. Inside to Nader. He's got that hook shot, not in position for it. And a 3-second violation is called against the Lakers, who are in the lane too long.
He got triple teamed and he got confused, didn't know what to do with the ball.
Nader's done a good job, though, for the Lakers off the bench with timely rebounding and once in a while that hook shot. Ainge setting something up with Larry Bird, who gets it low. Puts a move on Byron Scott. What a move by Larry Bird. Working it well with Ainge outside. Bird now has 12 points. He is the high scorer for Boston. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's on the bench, has 12 for LA. Wilkes. Bird the rebound. Gets the break out to Maxwell. He has Buckner with him. Win Buckner. And the Celtics lead by 4. That's been the biggest lead for either team in this game. Byron Scott misses from outside, going for the three-pointer. And a foul is called on the Lakers. It's on Swen Nader.
I'm sure that Pat Riley didn't like that quick way outside shot by Byron Scott before any of the Laker rebounders could get on the scene.
Magic Johnson has come back in the ball game for LA. Isaiah Thomas, his close friend, is in the audience watching the game. Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, and Mark McGuire of Dallas are very, very close childhood friends.
And he was in the picture too, Mark McGuire.
Ainge from Bird. Larry Bird and Danny Ainge have combined for 2 baskets here. The Celtics have run off 8 in a row, and Pat Riley wants a timeout.
Finally, Peaches is starting to hit. Why don't they leave Peaches in? Nick Casey can't coach for shit. This entire series, he has not been able to make adjustments the way I think he should have made them. I know hindsight's 20/20, but Pat made all but 2 great adjustments throughout the series. Peaches should have been in there, is what I'm saying. He's eating up.
A 20-second call by Pat Riley. The Celtics are making the passes work inside. They're passing the ball crisply and getting off some layups.
Their real playmaker is Larry Bird. And in other series, they have invited him to be double-teamed because they know he can find the open man. He is perhaps the most dangerous passer for a big man that's ever played the game. He, as Hubie Brown says, picks out the most dangerous man going to the basket. So that's quite a tribute. And you just saw it in that last play.
And of course, he has been a rebounding terror. He is also the Celtics' best outside shooter.
And he's become an orator, too.
Yes, he has.
You know, he never used to talk to the press. Been making a lot of statements in this series.
Well, there have been a lot of statements on both sides, but as we said, very few people have experienced a Laker-Celtic championship that goes the limit. 2 minutes gone by in the second period. Michael Cooper with Rambis setting a screen, hits again from outside. So Cooper, who had 23 points in game number 6, has hit some big perimeter shots and is doing it again tonight. Ainge. So is Ainge, who has 8 points. Celtics again by 6. Kareem, good position again. Doesn't go. And a foul is called, a loose ball foul. Called against the Lakers, Kurt Rambis. That'll be his 3rd personal foul. And with 9:34 remaining in the second period, the Celtics have moved out to the 6-point lead.
Bird is the most dangerous passer against the double team. Here we see one player, 2 play the double team, and Ainge ready to cut, and Bird already has got him spotted, the pass to come. And before the rest of the defense even knows what's happening, Ainge is through it and in for 2. That's why the Celtics want the ball in Larry Bird's hands.
And the Lakers have made a move. Mitch Kupchak has come into the ball game. Mitch Kupchak, who is making a comeback from 2 severe knee operations, and he'll be guarding Kevin McHale, a move that Pat Riley thought about using early in the series. But the Lakers get the ball back on a turnover, and Magic Johnson gets out of the crowd. Cooper left to the key, misses the shot, the rebound. Ainge. Here's Ainge leading the break. The Celtics pushing it up, pulls up. Kupchak clears. Quick outlet to Magic Johnson. Mitch Kupchak, who's one of 3 players who's played in his 7th game, has come into the ball game now on a Boston foul.
That's normally the spot that Bob McAdoo comes in, right around, or probably even earlier than this. But with Rambis picking up his 3rd foul, in comes Kupchak, and that might be a blessing in disguise for the Lakers. I've always felt that the Lakers perhaps needed some more wide bodies, and Kupchak is certainly that.
Larry Bird goes out. He has scored 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the 3 assists were something to behold. Byron Scott from the corner hits. So Quinn Buckner goes out of the ball game, was replaced by Dennis Johnson. Lakers have a bigger team in there with Kupchak and Kareem. Johnson. Harris on the follow-up. Celtics have damaged the Lakers with offensive rebounding throughout the series.
One thing Pat Riley didn't want Kareem to do was go for the blocks tonight. He wanted him to stay with Robert Parrish.
Here's Dennis Johnson out of a pack. Maxwell, McHale. The Celtics are up by 8 points. And that time, Kevin McHale simply beat the Lakers down the court, including Kupchak.
When the Celtics run, they may not look graceful. They're hard runners, but they get up the court.
4 minutes gone by, second period. Here's the sky hook. The famed sky hook. Jack Nicholson does not have as good a seat here in Boston as he does in L.A., Tom. That we know.
He's way up there in the skyboxes, I guess, or just below the skyboxes.
Maxwell against Magic Johnson. Moving inside. The basket is good and a foul. Somehow he always goes unnoticed, but in the big games he is very much there, and Cedric Maxwell, looking for his 11th point of the ball game, has it as Byron Scott commits his second personal foul. Maxwell does a good job at drawing fouls, and he's perfect from the line so far tonight.
He's got those herky-jerky moves that make you fight for his face.
Now Magic Johnson hits from outside. The Lakers are accurate marksmen from outside. 7:25 to go, first half. McHale and Dennis Johnson. And traveling called against Dennis Johnson.
Kupchak may be just the guy to guard Kevin McHale.
Plays him rough, plays him tough.
Yeah, muscles him a little bit.
It's still LA ball. 17 seconds remaining on the 24-second shot clock.
But with Kupchak in the lineup, they're not going to have that speed that they like for that four-man attack on a fast break.
Magic Johnson over Dennis. And Kevin McHale, whose best game was game number 1 and hasn't been the big factor he has been throughout the year. Looks like he has come to make a statement here. He only has 4 points, but he's been tough off the board. Dennis Johnson over Scott. Loose ball foul against Kupchak.
That was one terrific block out by, I believe, Cedric Maxwell to keep Kupchak on his back. Here's Dennis Johnson trying to make his move, draws all the Lakers. And there's Maxwell keeping Kupchak away. He draws the foul.
6:47 remaining in the second period. Well, the Boston Celtics have retired many numbers, including that number 6 Usinal title.
You know, he once played Casey Jones with a ruptured appendix at USF. Quite a tough guy.
Casey came to Boston along with Bill Russell. Part of the history here. Meanwhile, it's 49-40. The Celtics lead. 6:35 to go in the half. Kareem loses the ball to Dennis Johnson. Celtics just squeezed him. ML Carr back in the game, wearing the goggles. It's Carr and Dennis Johnson in the backcourt. Carr goes up looking for a foul. Nothing doing. And it's going to be LA ball. Larry Bird is back into the ball game for the Celtics.
And they're putting Bird in the backcourt to take ML Carr's place. So the Celtics will play with their biggest possible team and also the slowest.
Now what about the Lakers? They still have Kupchak in there. They don't have a fast team.
So it may be their slowest team against the Lakers' slowest team.
James Worthy also back. Nearly halfway through the second period. Kareem is fouled this time. Dennis Johnson and Robert Parrish have been all over him. And the foul is on Parrish. That is his first personal foul. And for the Celtics, it is their second team foul. The Lakers already are over the limit with 6 minutes to go in the period.
Magic Johnson loves to have those quick forwards in there so he can throw those long court passes. With Kupchak in there, it's going to reduce that possibility.
Cooper, Kareem. Worthy, and James Worthy was there for the follow-up. 7-point lead for the Celtics. 5:45 to go in the first half. We were tied at the first period mark, 30-30. Alley-oop, Parrish, and Cooper had smelled it. Comes down with the ball. 4-on-3 for LA. Worthy is clobbered by Bird and Dennis Johnson.
Well, you can just tell that James Worthy is not getting a layup tonight if the Celtics can help it after the push he gave Maxwell in Game 6.
Dennis Johnson, his second personal, third team foul against Boston. And Worthy threw up an air ball. Well, you've seen that before. You've seen the air ball before.
I'll tell you, I think the fact that the Celtics treated him that way.
Wait. I said it earlier. There's nerves. Magic has nerves. Worthy has nerves. I mean, this is his first playoff, guys. He broke his leg last year. Game 7 in Boston. You're going to have nerves.
Just has unnerved them.
6-point lead. Bird against Cooper. Doubled by Magic. Dennis Johnson. Doubled again. The Lakers' half-court defense has been superb. McHale is short, but Parrish is there. Well, their half-court defense is superb, but they're not boxing out inside.
Well, the Celtics were very patient, moved the ball several passes, and then got that offensive rebound.
Kareem finding Kupchak inside, and Mitch Kupchak scores his first points of the ball game. His Bullets were champions back in 1978. Parrish and Worthy, and the break. Kareem running down court. Magic Johnson going in, feeding Kupchak. Offensive foul called against Los Angeles.
No, it's going the other way, Dick.
You're right.
Here's Magic. He could have been called for traveling in one instance. Here comes Kupchak, and they say that McHale got him. So that'll put him at the line.
McHale's second personal foul, and here is Mitch Kupchak. It has been an agonizing rehabilitation for Kupchak, who is going for his third NBA title, but in reality has played in only one. That was in the 78 series against Seattle. But the lead cut to 5. 4.5 minutes to play, first half. NBA World Championship at stake. Bird. Parrish. And McHale. Good hustle, knocks it out to Dennis Johnson. Cooper winds up in the stands, knocking some fans down. Robert Parrish misses the jumper. Here's Cooper, who comes out of the stands to feed Worthy, who's fouled. And Worthy ends up almost in the first row himself. So Cooper was knocked into the stands and came out to make a feed to Worthy.
Here we go. Here's a good hustle play by Michael Cooper. And you see the banging going on in this thing, but when Worthy went for the layup, there is no way that when Worthy starts flying high today, he's going to land in an easy, nice position if the Celtics can help him. They're going to bang him.
And the reason why is that Worthy had pushed Cedric Maxwell in the last game. Gerald Henderson, who has 3 personal fouls, is back, replacing Robert Parrish is out of the ball game. Byron Scott's coming back in. Dennis Johnson has 3 fouls. So right now the Celtics have 2 guards. Dennis Johnson and Gerald Henderson, who are in the game with 3 personal fouls. We have a timeout, 4:05 remaining in the first half. The Boston Celtics with a 5-point lead. It was up to the guest will be former coming up at the half. Dennis Johnson and Gerald Henderson, 2 guards with 3 fouls in the game. And the free throw shooting. Boston has missed just 1. Cedric Maxwell is perfect 7 for 7 from the line. Worthy.
Boston's got their speedy unit in, and so does LA.
Scott. Byron Scott came over from San Diego in the trade for Norm Nixon, is on Henderson. Cooper is on Dennis Johnson. Worthy moves on Bird. 9 on the shot clock. Maxwell goes up. Travels. LA. Johnson, no foul called as Maxwell hits the floor. Here's Byron Scott at the baseline. Over McHale. McHale, an imposing figure at 6'10", and Scott missed it.
He leaps just a little higher than you think he does.
But the Lakers have chipped away at the Boston lead, which was 9, now down to 4.
And they did it with that speed, even though Mitch Kupchak was in there. They got a lot of fast break hoops.
Bird slapped away. He had the inside move. He went between the defenders, but the Lakers slapped the ball away. 6 seconds remain on the 24-second clock. Cooper not giving Johnson anything. Going in against Jabbar. Loose ball. Dennis Johnson looks like he's been hit and shaken up. He gets up. Dennis Johnson. Looks like the left arm he's favoring. Winding down to 3 minutes remaining in the first half. 51-47. Lakers trying to come within 2.
And then we got Bird guarding Jabbar.
Quick passing by LA. Good fake by Byron Scott. 3 seconds on the clock. And the Lakers just wasted the time away. Here comes Boston. Maxwell.
That should have been a goaltending. If they don't call it, the man grabbed the rim. A man grabbed the rim. That's an automatic goaltend.
James Worthy commits the foul, his second.
Here comes Henderson. And Maxwell eludes him, goes up and under. Now watch Worthy grab the rim. He can't grab the rim when you're shooting in the process of shooting the ball.
Each team in the penalty, and Maxwell 7 for 7 from the line to shoot 2. Danny Ainge checks back in the ball game. Dennis Johnson will go out, and right now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. 2 minutes 45 seconds remain in the first, the 7th game final. Lead the Lakers, who have never won a 7th game championship game.
I'll tell you, when you're playing, as we're looking at, who is that now?
Dionne
Warwick. I couldn't see her with a Laker fans too. I don't think many of the Boston fans could afford to fly out to L.A.
Well, the Boston fans aren't so much the stars and the glittering celebrities, but they're the hardcore fans who have been here for. Keep in mind that the Celtics have out-rebounded the Lakers in 4 out of 6 games, and they're doing it again right now.
That is Boston's game. 20 and hasn't really given out Bob McAdoo. They've been forced to play either some slower people or smaller people, so that's one of the reasons why the rebound edge has gone to Boston. They've played a lot smaller people than they would have liked.
So you don't think the Lakers really miss McAdoo that much to this point?
Well, I think they do, Dick, in one way, but they've compensated for it in another way, right? They miss his shooting, but they've adjusted with speed and some muscle.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson. Kareem with 14. Magic Johnson has scored only 4 points. When the Celtics made the defensive switch and moved Dennis Johnson onto Magic, and Magic scored 10 points, in many people's eyes, that was the key move made by the Celtics in the series.
People Magic. Maxwell, I drafted him. And he had the players he had me tell the other players that the reason I drafted him was because he was a great offensive player. He was tired of playing defense.
Gives you a little bit of both, mostly defense now. That's his first miss. Feeding Henderson as Bird off the rim. That was similar to the Danny Ainge play before. And now a violation. Double dribble against Magic Johnson.
Magic was ready to pass it to the wing. Somebody had his head turned. He was just about to pick it up and let it fly. Call for double dribble.
Celtics by 5, and they have the ball with 2:22 remaining in the first half. Larry Bird, who has 12 points. Maxwell, who goes in and is fouled. Maxwell is fouled. Let's see, it may be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That is his second personal foul. Both teams are in the penalty, and Kareem's parents are here. Don't forget, he went to high school at Power Memorial in Manhattan before he journeyed west to UCLA.
Remember Maxwell before the New York series? He had one black sneaker on at the practice and one white one. One was in mourning when Philadelphia got knocked out, and the other one was for himself because he had to play Bernard King.
I don't blame him. Kareem. And Magic Johnson. People used to say that Magic Johnson's weakness was outside shooting. I don't think they're saying that anymore.
Say on his jump shot now, you can't slip a dollar bill under his sneakers.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. McHale feeding Maxwell, who's fouled. Kevin McHale with a pass inside to Maxwell.
Well, that was a little retaliation that time by Worthy after he refused to get two layups, couldn't get two layups. Watch Worthy come in there and bang him from behind.
Third foul on James Worthy. So Worthy and Rambis, the starting forwards for the Lakers, each with 3 fouls. And Dennis Johnson and Gerald Henderson, the starting guards for the Celtics, have 3 fouls. And now Mitch Kupchak will be coming back in the ball game.
One of the most feared things in this ball game, as far as Pat Riley was concerned, was Rambis picking up his 3rd foul, and now Worthy in foul trouble.
And the crowd boos him as he goes to the bench. There's Rambis. Under 2 minutes, 1:51 remaining in the first half. 5-point lead for Boston. Maxwell with 17 points in the ball game. Cooper. Kareem almost lost it. Beats Kupchak. Kupchak fighting for the rebound. Here's Magic off the mark. Lakers had several chances, and here's Larry Bird chugging down the court.
Look at Bird with a board, man. Board and basket. He's a beast. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming for these people, I'm telling you.
And Michael Cooper is fouled by Kevin McHale, I believe, at the other end. The Lakers coming back on the break after the made basket by Boston, something they do well.
McHale made that foul deliberately. Here's a great steal by Larry Bird. Off he goes. And watch the second best passer on the team, McHale, give it right back to Bird for the cram. Up the other end, you see Maxwell, after a great play like that, you don't want it to come back with an easy one. He hammers Michael Cooper.
So McHale with 3 fouls now. Kevin McHale with 3. He has scored 4 points in the ball game. And Robert Parrish is going to go in for Kevin McHale. This has not been an easy series for Kevin McHale.
Kevin McHale said that he was playing so bad on the road, he wanted to make it feel like home. He even brought his wife, and that didn't work.
Hope he didn't tell her that it didn't work. Here's Cooper. Michael Cooper misses the free throw, 57-50. These players are superstitious, aren't they? Danny Ainge. Cooper the rebound. Chance to come within 5 for the Lakers with 1 minute to go in the first half.
I'll tell you, Boston's been playing that game, and LA, without Bob McAdoo and some unusual people playing, are hanging right in there.
Mitch Kupchak with the outside shoot. 5-point lead. We were tied at 30-30 at the period. Henderson. Now Danny Ainge. Ainge fall away. Parrish is there. Puts it in. No, a foul. Parrish and Bird crashing the offensive boards, but a Laker foul inside. Will send Boston to the line.
Some strong working on the boards. Larry Bird was open. Here's Ainge's shot, but because he was open, Bird was in there. Strong move by Parrish to pull it down. Kupchak with the wide body trying to angle Parrish out, picks up the foul.
Kupchak, the personal. Parrish. This has not been an easy back on the break after the made basket by Boston. Something. Kupchak fighting for the rebound. Here's Magic off the mark. Lakers had several chances, and here's Larry Bird chugging down the court. And Michael Cooper is fouled by Kevin McHale, I believe, at the other end. The Lakers coming back on the break after the made basket by Boston, something they do well.
McHale made that foul deliberately. Here's a great steal by Larry Bird. Off he goes. And watch the second best passer on the team, McHale, give it right back to Bird for the cram. Up the other end, you see Maxwell, after a great play like that, you don't want it to come back with an easy one. He hammers Michael Cooper.
So McHale with 3 fouls now. We were tied at 30-30 at the period. Henderson. Now Danny Ainge. Ainge fall away. Parrish is there, puts it in, no, a foul. Parrish and Bird crashing the offensive boards, but a Laker foul inside. Will send Boston to the line.
Some strong working on the boards. Larry Bird was open. Here's Ainge's shot, but because he was open, Bird was in there. Strong move by Parrish to pull it down. Kupchak with the wide body trying to angle Parrish out, picks up the foul.
Kupchak, the personal. Parrish. Mitch Kupchak, who's playing more with Bob McAdoo on the bench for the Lakers. Strained Achilles tendon. He was part of the championship effort 2 years ago for the Lakers.
He's got no great feelings for the Boston Celtics, Bob McAdoo, because he came out of this organization as a scapegoat, and he sure would like to have been part of a winning team tonight here at Boston Garden.
Well, he still might be part of a winning team. 12 on the shot clock, 58-52. Scott, three-point shot off the mark with 7 seconds to go. Larry Bird loops it to Parrish, and it is still Boston ball. But you don't want the rookie to take a shot with that much time left, so if he misses, especially from long range, he gives the Celtics a good chance to come back.
When you got the guts of a burglar like Scott, you put him in there, you suffer with him when he takes those shots.
Well, not with 7 seconds to go in the period.
No, you're right, but when you're bound to suffer, because when he takes the shot, he thinks he's got it, he's going to take it.
Well, they didn't suffer with him in Game 6. No. Henderson tries to get it in. The buzzer sounds. No basket if it had gone, and that is the end of the first half.
Okay, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm sorry I have to do these in halves. However, when you're making these off your cell phone and you're 12 hours into making a 1/2 of a 1 hour video, your phone gets hot and shuts down. It's just the way it is. I have to make it to halves. If I get lucky and my phone don't heat up and you get a whole game, great. I'll see you next time, guys.